Buenos días, buenas noches. Look at me, I'm getting it all confused.
It's nighttime, Margie. It's nighttime. It's nighttime, right time. It's Oktoberfest. It's what is it? Horrorfest. Creep show.
That's what it is?
It's all that. Y'all heard
Hey, Andrea.
Hola, Andrea.
Welcome.
Hey,
I feel like it was been a long time since our last podcast.
It's been years since we've been together. Years. What's up, everybody out there? What's going on? Yeah. We got
welcome. You know what? We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay, let's start it off right. I'm sorry.
Buenas noches, mi gente. Namaste. Te habla la Margarita. And
it's your boy, Senor Professor.
Welcome to the WATERMARK podcast tonight.
Oh, shit. I found out something new today. Before we even get to something, I found out Daisy means Margarita.
Hello, Sonia, Debbie.
Dun, dun.
Yes, las Margaritas.
I didn't know. So every time we say Daisy, then we say Margarita.
No, you say Margarita.
Margarita.
Yes.
Okay. So every time I say Daisy, I say Margarita.
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 You're still trying to make it Americanized.
Well, Daisy's Americanized.
Yeah, that's
so when I go order a drink, I shouldn't ask for a Margarita. I should ask for a Daisy.
No, you ask for it the way.
Give me two Daisies. I want 2 Daisies. 2 for 1 Daisy. That's what I want. What up, y'all? What up? Again, it's a pleasure to see y'all tonight. I got my coffee in my hand. You see my last name? I'll spell it for you for those who can't spell. We didn't ask you for your cup. La Margarita. ROQUEMORE.
Yes.
Rock. Okay?
And tonight is one of those nights I'm going to have a cigarette.
What up, Sonia? She gonna have a cigarette. She gonna smoke me out. What you smoking there?
A cigarette.
That's a cigarette? I told you she don't want to work, so no telling what's in that cigarette, okay?
No.
She's trying hard not to work. She went hard not to work, and you better treat her right.
Look at that entertainment. Viciola.
What up, everybody? What's going on? What's good? It's popping. We're going to talk about the news real quick. Bernice, what's up? Bernice, Miss Hernandez is watching. Sonia watching. Natalie watching. Who else watching? Andrea's watching. If I don't send Andrea's name, she's going to send me hate mail all week long, okay? We love to thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. I look forward to hearing from y'all. Make sure, let's say, hey, mama. He finally made, who's Bernice?
Bernice is a very, very old friend. Very dear friend, very inspiring friend.
A very old, inspiring friend. What's up, Bernice? Does she owe me any money?
No. Sonia wants to know what we're talking about today.
Sorry, don't try to keep me on point. Well, we're gonna talk about a few things. First, we gotta go over the news. But today's topic will be stick with it. Emotional affairs versus physical affairs. So we're going to talk about emotional affairs and how that works. Okay. This is going to be a 2-part series. We're gonna do something today and tomorrow. We're coming at you today and tomorrow.
So stay tuned
today and tomorrow. So what I just said we're gonna do today and tomorrow. How you say that in Spanish?
Hoy y mañana.
Hoy y mañana. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, my Spanish off the chain.
And Floridians, today we are enjoying a beautiful breezy evening. Hasn't it been gorgeous?
Yeah. And another thing, today for Floridians, you know to make sure that you are voting today. Okay?
Bernice says you're hilarious.
I'm hilarious. Thank you for saying I'm hilarious. Does she owe me money?
No, she
Okay. Bernice sounds like this chick that borrowed money from me. I was drunk. And then she borrowed money from me. I ain't never seen her again. Because she told me she had to feed something. And I gave her some money. That sound like you, Bernice. It better not be you. I want my $20, okay? Who's this? Zaya? Zayas? Did I say it right? Zayas?
That's Eileen. That's my little cousin, Eileen.
Hey, little cousin. Does she owe me money?
Nobody owes you money.
Okay, listen. I want y'all to be voting, okay? I want to make sure that you're voting. No matter who you vote for, you know, I have my personal favorites, of course. But I want to make sure that that's getting in. One thing I want everybody to listen up and make sure to think about it. This is Amendment 4, especially for people in Florida. And Amendment 4 is about restoring rights to felons. Okay. Now let's make sure this is not violent felons. These are people who have done their time, who have done everything they're supposed to do, no longer have any affiliation with the criminal justice system. That they are free. What happens is they don't owe nothing to nobody. They're doing well. Okay. We're saying that they're
not doing well though.
No, say it. Yeah.
Because they can't move forward. If they can vote, you're giving them their power back. And right now, because if you have a conviction of 22 years ago, you're still being denied applications for apartments. We all know you're getting denied applications for jobs because they're still holding it against you.
Can you get food stamps?
I mean, that's a good question.
I don't know. I don't even know if you can get food stamps. I don't know if you can get any public assistance. Okay, and you know this is not for people who can mix this. I'm not talking about this. Is not for the sexual offenders or violent criminals. We're not talking about that. We're talking about it's a whole murderers. It's a whole genre of people who are coming out of jails. Who? Why are you trying to hide while you smoke a cigarette?
I'm not. I'm trying to light it.
Okay, could you come back into the screen?
I'm right here.
Be proud of your smoke.
He wants me.
No, I don't want you. I just want you to be in here because we're doing this together. Who said something about love you, girl? And something about money. Somebody do owe me money.
She said she doesn't. Oh, would you get off the money?
Well, I lost $20, so I'm trying to get it back. Okay. So it's called Amendment 4. Okay, fix a broken system. Please, if you could, make sure that you vote for Amendment 4 to go through. That'll be big. Make sure you're voting. I hate to talk about this next week and you haven't voted. I'm going to make sure I vote tomorrow. So I have my big sticker right here. It says I voted. Okay, so you won't know I'm a hypocrite and I went and voted because last time I didn't vote.
I did it through the mail. You should have just did it.
You get a sticker?
I did the ballot through the mail.
Did you get a sticker?
Yes, I got it.
Where's your sticker? I never seen you with a sticker. I'm not trying to say you're lying, but I never seen you with a sticker.
We see each other twice a week. What are you? I'm going to wear it all week so you to confirm to you that I voted? I'm grown. I know I voted. Sigue.
Okay, we're moving on. Okay, immigration. Now, did you see that sea of people coming in? What's that?
Eileen says, can we do a prayer towards the end for our family that needs it?
Yeah. We can do prayers. You gonna do it?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And I love that. We family. So something goes on, prayer is strong. We'll all get together, and we'll just say what 2 or more agree. Okay, then we can do some great things. So 2 or more. It says 2 more. It's 2 or more.
He said when 2 or more like pray, then God is present or something.
Agree.
Yeah.
We agree to pray. That's what I know what I meant.
Well, we will pray.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
God. What? I should have said it in Spanish.
No.
Dos. Anyway, come on now.
We got it. We understood.
We're gonna do it.
We got it.
Okay. Before I was rudely interrupted by Puerto Rico's finest, immigration. Did you see? I know you didn't see it because you don't watch the news. But let me explain what's going on right now. There's thousands of people coming up from Central America through Mexico.
Yeah, because that's where it all comes.
Right, but they ain't coming 1 and 2. They coming deep. They coming thousands. Okay, we're not hundreds, thousands. They're walking straight through to the United States border, and now they're saying that this is a national crisis right now, and Trump is saying he's going to send
7,000.
7,000. Thank you, Andrea. Well, she's been good. Andrea is always on point. If I ask her for something, she's right on point. As soon as I get a new job, you're right there. Quit your job. We're going. Okay, we're on. So 7,000 folks are coming up right now, and everybody is freaking out because they're looking to come here to America. 7,000. We ain't talking about a few hundred. Why you look back at you?
Because there seems to be like a glare back there. Where's that coming from?
Oh shit! Now she's like Ghost Chronicles up in this motherfucker.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, don't do that. You scared the hell out of me. You know I'm scary. I think Jason's back there. You know, remember I told you about scary movies always have the little kid making the noise and stuff. So I try to stay away. Anything, I'm staying away from it. Anyway, 7,000 people coming up. What do you think about that? Did you think about that any?
No.
Cause you didn't do it.
Well, why are they coming?
They're coming for.
No, don't just say they're coming.
They're coming for the American dream.
But why now? Why now? Right after Trump did all that with the borders and separated families. Why now are they
feeling that
risking
to come up? Well, I guess whatever's going on down there is so bad that they're saying that. If anybody knows, please chime in and let me know. But I'm thinking, the only thing I'm thinking is that, what do you think that that's a national issue? Do you think that that's a crisis going on with that many people coming on? Now, you know, I'm all for opening up the borders, but I don't know if we can manage 7,000 people coming in at one time. I think that's a strain on any system, don't you think?
Yes, I agree.
Don't you think?
I agree.
And I was talking to another person. They said, well, everybody should be able to come, you know, anywhere they should be able to come. And I think, yeah, we should have our borders open, but I don't know how. That 7,000 is open. Like, you know, that's like if I said I wanted to feed some folks, you know, like for Thanksgiving, and I had a plan for maybe, 50 people and 300 come. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to deal with that many people.
No, it will hurt us.
I think it will. I think
our nation.
Somebody said Matthew 18:20 for here where two or three gathered in my name, then
there am I with them.
Oh.
Thank you, Bernice.
Oh, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said.
It didn't sound like that.
What it was. Okay. What up, Gerald? What up, Natalie?
That's my brother.
Okay.
Gerald, hermano.
I said Gerald. Gerald.
Okay, whatever.
I said it. Oh, you're not going to do that to me. Okay. Now, everybody knows we got mega money going on right today, okay? $1.6 billion, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you, did you play it? Did you play?
No.
No? You didn't play?
No, but I will.
You will? I think it's tonight. So you're going to get in before 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock is over at 10 o'clock. You going to get in before 10 o'clock?
I hope so.
You can't leave the podcast and go. Shit, you're going to leave me by myself. I'll be like, no, I'm in time. Sitting there singing literal spirituals while you going, oh, hell no. Because now you want to go and get your money. That's some bullshit. You should have went earlier and got the damn thing. You didn't think that it was going to be a cutoff point? You must have never played numbers when you was little.
I don't.
Okay, you must not have. Because you would have known that there's a cutoff point and you got to get this in before
I know it's 10 o'clock. You just told me how much it is.
Oh, you didn't know it was 1.6 all this time? What do you be doing all day? She's not at work, y'all. I keep telling you, she does not. What up, Denise? She is not at work. She's not going to work. Whatever she just told y'all, that ain't happening. Cause you don't.
Natalie, go get me a ticket.
Nah, Natalie, get us a ticket. Natalie, she said she played. Well, I played too. So, I already got a plan. If I win, did you ever think about what you would do with the $1.6 billion?
No. I would probably buy my kids, my sister, everybody a house and a car so they had no debt. And myself, and then travel.
Oh, that's boring as shit.
Yeah. Why? Okay. What me traveling is boring?
I'm
what
saying.
Are you going to do? Have a party?
If I got the money, you're not getting a Bugatti or nothing?
No, I don't care for material things like that. You act like I thought you knew me.
I know you.
I shop at the thrift store.
Well, listen, you know people until they get $1.6 billion. She might be a whole different person. You know what I'm saying?
Traveling.
Yeah. You ever see that Queen of the South? Yeah. I can see you with all that money with 10 guys behind you with no shirts on or with their arms folded and shit. One person massaging your feet and shit. Another person feeding you grapes and shit. And all of a sudden you gonna act like you ain't gonna do all that with that money. You tripping. Nah. If I got $1.6 billion.
Look, Sonia said if she wins, she's taking us both on a vacation.
Oh yeah, Sonia. Oh yeah. Who else? Hey, the entire world. Now you ain't taking the whole entire world. We're gonna have little Somalian babies just looking around, swaving. No, wait, that's okay. There has to be a cutoff point somewhere, and I'm here to cut that off today. Okay?
Just go ahead.
No.
Worried about what I'm gonna do with my money. What the hell are you gonna do with yours?
Oh, I already got a plan. Everybody that I know, right? This is what I'm gonna do. If I got $1.6 billion, everybody I know, I'm gonna like put them on a stipend. Like I got 38 people. Like my uncle, he's here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Philly. I'm gonna put him on a stipend. He only get $100 a month. Just enough to buy cigarettes and shit. That's all he get. Fucking $100 a month. Okay. You, since I like you.
You're gonna upgrade our podcast equipment, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like 15 people in this room. If I get $1.6 million, we're still gonna do the podcast, and I'm
traveling. She says she'll take care of family and donate, helping other people, unfortunate people.
That's so nice, Denise.
Bernice.
Okay. Bernice. No. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, no. First, I'm taking care of me first, and then what I'm gonna do is get the 28 people. I already counted them. I already got them listed, and I got the amount that I'm gonna give each person, and I'm gonna give them a stipend. That they're gonna get the stipend every month. Cause then I don't want the motherfuckers coming back.
No, I'm not cheap, and you want to keep people hanging on just enough.
No,
just enough so they don't forget about your
That's
ass.
not true.
Carry on
No. The reason why I'm saying this because if you just give them bastards money,
then don't. If I hit the lotto, let me tell you what. I'm gonna pay the lotto people not to announce me as the winner. I don't want nobody knowing I hit the lotto.
Okay, but we'll find out.
How?
I don't know. You ain't gonna be going to the thrift store no more when you hit the lotto. I have to do the Gucci bag, the Coach purses, and them red bottom shoes you be wearing will let us know that you hit the lotto.
I don't. Okay.
So you ain't gonna give me no money? You got to think about that shit. Okay, so remember I said I had 28 people on my list? Now I got 27 people on my list. Okay, shit, I'm gonna end that real fast. Well, anyway. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna give them, and I'm gonna send them money every month. Because if you send them money every month, then they can't keep calling you and asking you for shit. What are you doing?
Why would you even?
Hold on, what are you sniffing there?
My violet candy.
Why are you sniffing shit on TV?
I'm not. I'm just holding it.
What is that?
The violet candies, mi gente. Who remembers these?
What about people who can't see that? She's holding a violet candy. It's called violet.
Showered violets.
It's some candy that smell like
violet,
like marijuana.
No, they smell just like violet.
And why are you sniffing it?
Because I love the smell.
How did you get those? Where did you get those from? I've never seen those before. Where did you get those? I'm asking you a question. Where did you get those candies from?
They were a gift.
From who?
No, it's Natalie. Shut up.
From who?
Thank you, Sonia. A friend of mine from Connecticut mailed them to me.
Is it a male friend or a female? Because the way you sniffing it, like there's something going on. I mean, you didn't sniff it like, if I sniff something, I go, okay, it's good. She's sniffing it like she's thinking of roses and
I'm sniffing it.
What's that shit that motherfuckers be rowing in Italy? They be singing,
because I haven't had them in years, so it just brings me back.
They smell so good, but I don't like them. That's what Denise said.
Mama Maggie's favorite.
So what I'm saying? So who gave you those?
It's a friend of mine. Did your
friend have a name?
We had a conversation in June about these, and then the other day they were in the mail. So I thought that was thoughtful. He's just a friend.
Did he send you a whole box of those?
They don't taste awful. They my kids hate them too.
But did he send you a box?
He sent me a box of them. Jesus!
I just saw the box over there. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Damn, you're so mean and nasty. She's in Cougar Land today. What the fuck? Okay. My last bit of news, and we'll move on. Did you all hear about what happened on a plane today? Okay, no, a few days ago. There was a plane in Europe. A black woman was sitting down next to this man, and he yelled and screamed. And this is exact words. I quote. He said, "You stupid, ugly cow." And he told her...
He had Tourette's?
No, the motherfucker didn't have Tourette's. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say motherfucker. Can I say motherfucker?
No, you cannot.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's take it backwards. Again. Hold on, I'm taking it backwards. Okay, it didn't exist. Here we go. Now... Ugly black bastard. That's what he called her. And he refused to let her sit next to him. Refused. Refused.
What, Sonia? I can't see what you said. Give us your opinion on what?
Give us an opinion on what?
Wait, he refused to sit next to her?
He refused.
Did they throw him out?
No, that's the issue. They did not throw him off the plane. They removed her and they put her in another part of the plane and refused to touch this dude. Now, there's a catch to this. A month and a half ago, there was a steel drum group on it. Like, the guys who played from the islands.
Yeah.
They yeah, man. They played the steel drums and stuff. They got on a plane and a lady said that they looked like terrorists and guns pulled. 20 guards came on the plane and removed them off the plane. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. That's crazy. So they'll remove whole still, some rastas sitting on a plane, just sitting there chilling, and they will remove them off the plane, but they would remove this man who was irate, calling this woman a black cow, ugly, everything he could think of, he said it. Everything he could, racist, crazy.
Sonia wants you to try the violet candy.
Just try the violet candy? I don't drink no violet candy. Racism is alive and well. Thank you, Mr. Tommy Hayes. Yeah, hell no. Yeah, I said the same thing. If you don't know about it, check it on the news. They're talking about boycotting this airport.
Sonia said, Rockmore, try the violet candy live.
Look, open up the damn candy. Open up the damn candy. I'm going to try this mother. Okay? Give me the damn candy. I want it. Give it to me. Let me try it. Let me try the candy. Well, think about that. If you, it's Ryan Air.
Oh,
European,
yeah.
Ryanair. Yeah. That's crazy that they're so fixated on. Hold on. I'm gonna try the piece of candy. Here we go. Violet. I'm taking it in my mouth softly.
Bite it.
What? We ain't doing no porno up in this motherfucker. Bite it. Hold on. Slow down, sister. Slow down. I'm gonna get it.
He warps everything. There she say, yay.
Hold on. You know what this tastes like? This tastes like, what's that? This shit tastes like, it tastes like Fabuloso. It tastes like somebody cleaning up your fucking house. That's what it tastes like.
Oh my god.
It tastes like Fabuloso. What the fuck is games of Fabuloso?
Would you stop cursing?
Okay, excuse me. I'm sorry. We can't curse on the air. Stop cursing.
I think it's delicious. I'm glad you don't like it. Like that you won't ask me for any more.
Somebody said I sound like a cow. Natalie, we was cool, but not anymore.
Oh, because the way you were sucking on the candy.
Okay. He ate the whole thing. Okay. I did eat the whole thing, Andrea. Here it goes right here. Okay. Moving right along. We're going to go into our topic of today.
It tastes like violet perfume and does.
Yeah, it does. Thank you, Bernice. She's on it. It tastes like Fabuloso. Everything's Fabuloso. You cook with Fabuloso. You clean with Fabuloso. I bet you those people are not even Spanish. I bet you Fabuloso. The people who made Fabuloso, I bet you they're not Spanish. A little Jewish lady talking about, Okay, emotional affairs.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. What happened? But you had something right there.
No, go ahead.
Oh, you hate when you do that.
No, because we spoke before the podcast.
Okay.
And I said you would start it.
Okay, but I'm gonna start it. But give me your thought real quick on the whole emotional affair piece. You remember you was telling me about an emotional somebody doing something emotional.
Because
listen up, y'all.
People associate when your partner has sex with somebody as an affair.
You gonna choke on that violet candy.
I'm trying to get rid of it. Okay, so if my significant other were to cheat, I would rather him do what Jay-Z said in Make This Song Cry. Who remembers that song before I say anything?
Song cry? I can't see it because I gotta make this song cry.
Yeah, I can't see the tears coming.
It comes down my eye because I gotta make the song. Now, if y'all don't know, I know Andrea don't know the song cry. So Andrea, you don't know it. Okay, Andrea don't know it. And half of the people there, I know your brother know it. He knows Song Cry from Jay-Z. Nancy, she knows it. Okay, but everybody else probably don't know it. But go ahead, what he said. What did he say?
What he says, that how did he know she was going to be upset? And in the song, he says, I was just screwing them
the
girls.
girl.
I was going to get right back. Now, I met this lady a long time ago when I worked for Dress for Success. And we were talking about affairs. She was in her 60s. She was a Jewish woman. And she says that she knows that when her husband went away for business, that he would have sex with people. And she didn't mind because she had sex with people when he was away.
What the?
She said now she would divorce him if she found him in an emotional affair. Because that takes away from what you have. So in other words, if you're just having sex, and I'm not glorifying any of this, but an emotional affair, that person is not fully present in his marriage or her marriage. Because although you might be having dinner together, you're going out on vacation together, 80% of his thoughts are on his affair, on his emotional friend. So an emotional affair is where the person is more engaged. It's more out of touch with their partner.
Can I read that?
Yes.
With emotional affairs? An emotional affair.
You cut me off. I guess I wasn't saying it right.
No, I'm going to read it and let you come right back to
Natalie,
it.
If there was a choice, no one chooses. But do you know that about 75% of men cheat and about 55 to 65% of women will have an affair in their lifetime? It's going to happen. We're weak of the flesh. And you know what? It's sometimes women say, I would never forgive it and keep moving. But there's two sides to that. It's like everything with the balance. Sometimes if you have an affair, that's like the closure of your marriage, because then that's because they want it out, whoever had the affair. But sometimes there's a cry for help and nobody knows how to discuss it. So they have an affair to where they're reckless and get caught. And actually, and some of those, the bond between the married couple becomes more solidified because then they realize that they were missing something. And then they learn each other to where their cup is being filled from one another. And affairs tend to happen less and less, if not at all, after that were to occur. So, I mean, like anything, like...
Hold on. Andrea's saying sex and love. Natalie's saying, I know, and it's unfortunate. Go ahead.
Yes. There's one... Yeah. Sex is one thing, and an emotional affair is another. Absolutely. And it's going to happen. So are you going to be the one to say, maybe I'm failing, or maybe I need to step up my game?
Thank you, Miss Ortiz. Hold on. An emotional affair generally starts innocently enough as a friendship. Here's information about what an emotional affair is. How an emotional affair differs from a platonic friendship. Warning signs of emotional affairs. How to protect yourself. Okay, hold on. An emotional affair is when a person not only invests more of their emotional energy outside their marriage, but also receives emotional support and companionship from the new relationship. In an emotional affair, a person feels closer to the other party and may experience increasing sexual tension or chemistry. Take it away, Captain. We cannot connect the two.
People do connect the two because you get emotionally involved, and then right away you think it's you. What they don't love you, they're not attracted to you, so they connect the two. But it's not. One's a physical event, and one's a pull of the heartstrings event.
But usually, emotional affairs happen. The emotional part happens first, for the most part, right? Sometimes,
not necessarily. Sometimes they might start off as just a sexual encounter, and then it's like you connect at a deeper level. Then afterwards you'll talk, and then the connection starts growing. It could be either way.
But listen, hold on. That's disrespecting in your marriage. That does not roll in my life. Sorry, but boo.
Sorry, boo. No, it's not acceptable. But what I'm saying is, it does occur.
Well, let me say this from the emotional piece, right? I think that a lot of times for me, it's been over the years. I always hear people say they won't do this, and they won't do this, and they won't do that, right? But then for me, doing so much counseling over the years, people do a lot of shit they don't say that they do, okay? But when you sit there and talk to them, then they talk about being attracted to another person or feeling kind of emotionally spent with the person they with, and they wasn't even looking for a physical relationship, but it happened through a lot of contact, a lot of conversation, and the other person affirming them. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the affirmation of them. What you reading?
That's exactly what is next on that. It's about setting the boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And there can be great friendship of opposite sex where you don't look at each other like that. But you have to be mindful. You have to put those guardrails up. If you're lacking some kind of need from your partner, but you're angry so you don't discuss it, and then you meet someone and the conversation rolls off, like there's no awkwardness and there's a connection and the communication. Remember, some people get aroused by intellectual conversation. So if you're feeding them just regular conversation that they're not getting,
what's the word for that? You have a word for it.
It's a
you remember?
Sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual.
Those are people who get aroused by intellectual conversation.
So what Sonia says, I always say, I can get over a physical affair easier than an emotional affair, but neither one is acceptable.
But it happens, right?
Right.
Let me tell you, I always said I would never forgive somebody who cheated on me. And in 2006, I found out that my ex had cheated on me. And it was awful. And I think I took it harder because he cheated on me. You know, one of those, me. It was the first time in my life, and I think I was in my mid-30s when that happened. First time I ever found out. And we tried to work it out afterwards, and I don't know why. But it didn't last. I just couldn't get over the betrayal because I didn't understand why it happened. But it does happen. It happens to the best of us. It happens just because people are insecure and they just...
But let me say this. A lot of people kind of dig the emotional. I don't think they put a tag to it. They don't know that they're actually having an emotional relationship.
It's an adrenaline.
Right. I don't think they understand that they're actually doing it, because especially if they're not having sex. Because a lot of times people do not think they're cheating unless they're having sex.
Well, you know, the biggest sign to know that what you're doing is wrong is when you're deleting the texts, when you're not telling your partner that you had lunch with your friend. If it's a friend, you don't realize you're not having an affair, but you do because it's a secret.
I like it went down. I can't say, they said you can never say never. My mama used to always say the devil know what you like. So she always used to say that. She said, "Baby, don't say what you won't do, because the devil know what you like." Okay, mm-hmm. and meaning that somebody likes something, and then we have to be guarded that we do like other things, or we do get attracted to other people. I think by not being realistic, saying that's a possibility, then I think you're leaving yourself totally open. Okay, can I read something else, real quick?
Yes, of course.
Thank you, young lady. You're just being so nice today.
Because this is a very important topic, and not enough is said about it. And people just go around and they have like general conversations, or they talk about it amongst themselves, but nothing really gets
talked about.
Like nothing really gets soaked in like a sponge for you to like think about it and be more aware of your actions towards your partner. Like, mm-hmm. what am I lacking in this relationship? Am I snotty when he's asking what I want to eat? Like, am I receiving him, or is he receiving me when I come home from work? Like, they're happy that you're seeing each other after a full days of work instead of complaining.
Right. Nancy said, watch what or who you are entertaining. Yes. I like that. Listen to this. If you believe that a person's emotional energy is limited, and if your spouse is sharing intimate thoughts and feelings with someone else, an emotional fear has developed. That means that if they're spending a lot of energy with other people rather than you, and you can feel that, then an emotional. But you gotta be careful, because I don't even know if people who are actually doing it actually know that they're in the middle of doing it for a minute. Do you?
You keep saying that. No, I don't understand.
Because a lot of times you could just be you in your mind. You could just be a friend, because people don't. A lot of people do not place anything sideways until there's sex involved. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people say, well, some people would be so slick to say that I didn't even have sex unless it was intercourse. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot
I didn't cheat unless there was
intercourse.
Yeah.
Right. So then so if you're just having an emotional and that's, we know this, we're saying emotional first before we even talk. We're not even really talking about the physical aspect. We're talking about the emotional aspect because, like, a lot of times I think from women that they would rather, like you said earlier, rather you go have sex with somebody than to be emotionally tied to someone. No?
Yes.
Okay. No, so let me finish.
If you had a choice, it should be more of a physical affair than an emotional. Emotional one, there's always, there's a saying in Spanish, donde hubo fuego, cenizas quedan. Where there was once fire, ashes remain.
Say that again?
Donde hubo fuego, cenizas quedan. So when it's emotional,
can I try to say that?
Yes.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna try to say that. Hold on, y'all.
Donde hubo fuego.
Donde hubo fuego.
Donde hubo
fuego.
Quedan. Cenizas quedan.
Shit.
Cenizas quedan.
Ceniza. What?
Cenizas. Cenizas quedan. Now, where there once was fire, ashes remain. Meaning you can rebuild that fire anytime down the road if you reconnect again. So and that's where the emotional part is like.
My Spanish getting crazy.
How do you fight that when your partner is emotionally binded with someone else? While you were standing right there in plain sight and that happened. Like, how do you get over that? Not only how do you work through it, how do you navigate through that mess so that he can see you or she can see you again? It's a question.
How do you?
Yeah.
That was so difficult. I didn't want to answer it. How do you? I don't know how you gotta You gotta start from scratch, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I think
you gotta break down all the walls.
You gotta break down some walls. You gotta start some conversation and say, what happened here? What happened?
Can we fix this?
Can we fix this? Do you want to fix it? Because now it's gonna take some work. But I like what you said earlier. She said something that I like, that when you have a breakdown, that's an opportunity to kind of build up really strong. Y'all keep hitting us with stuff.
No, Sonia, don't leave us.
Sonia, don't. She left?
She had to go back to work.
Okay. Well, bye, Sonia. Listen, and when things start to break down in a relationship, then that's the perfect opportunity for things to start to pull back up. Okay? So when if you're listening out there and you're having a relationship and it's in flux, first thing, for the guy, I always tell men with the cheating part, we didn't even get to the sexual part. We're still talking about the emotional part. But if you are having an emotional relationship or a sexual relationship outside of your marriage or relationship, do not blame the woman that's the reason that you're having it. Okay? I can't speak for the women. I'm only talking for the men. Okay? If you want to do something, then say, that's what I want to do. Okay? You can't say, because she didn't cook me dinner yesterday, that's why I'm kicking it with you.
And here, this is...
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Here it says, when love dies, we are quick to blame time, distance, circumstances, before we have the courage, because that's the word that missed it.
Start that again.
It's always missing in a relationship, is the courage to discuss openly everything.
Hit that one more time.
When love dies, we are quick to blame time, distance, circumstance.
Wow.
Before we have the courage to acknowledge that at the end of the day, it will change.
So time,
love changes.
I don't have enough time to do something with the person.
Yeah, time to, whatever. Yeah, no
She's
time
too far
together.
Distance. She's too far away.
No time building.
Okay.
Or patting up there's always going to be cracks in a foundation, especially if you have a long-term relationship. Are you willing to go back and do the masonry work on that foundation?
Right.
And fill in those cracks so that you're constantly solid and steady. And that's where we get lazy and we don't put in the work, but we expect everything to stay the same, and we expect the loyalty and the faithfulness to remain
without doing some work.
Without doing the foundation.
But a lot of people say, "Well, I'm tired of it. I did this much work, and I don't have to do that." Because one thing you got to be careful, if you're kicking it with somebody else, and then, even though you're not having sex, but you're doing a lot of conversation, that person, I always tell men, the other woman's going to tell you what you want to hear. She's going to be pleasing. She's going to be beguiling. Okay, that beguiling me. That person ain't gotta be pretty. They just got the ability to draw you for that moment. Okay, so the person's going to be that. So you can't compare the two. You can't say, well, my wife doesn't do this and she doesn't. She's going to do what you want her to do because she wants your attention for that time being. So don't get misguided or tricked. Yes, my uncle's trying to say something. You better say it loud if we can hear it.
What if,
come on,
what if
come on.
one person doesn't want to work?
He said, what if one person doesn't want to work? If you hear a growl in the background, that's my uncle. He sounds like a grizzly bear. And he said, what if the other person?
And that's where the conversation, that's where I said about the lack of courage that we have in a relationship. We can go out there and plot to rent a room or take someone out to dinner, apply for a whole separate credit card so that the bills don't go to the house, you get a P.O. box, you do all this shit.
I never even thought of no shit like that. Wow. Do not date her, because her slick ass is on a mission. I ain't never thought about opening up a whole nother credit card where I can just play with chicks. Wow.
Anyway.
So
if you could do all of that and not dedicate that time to build your foundation or to go back and seal those cracks and work on it and start,
building,
then it is been over for you, but you don't know, you don't have the courage to say it.
Wow.
Because it takes more work to live a lie than it does to just keep tending to your garden.
And it does. It takes a lot of work to live a lie. Because you gotta keep the lie up. Let me read this. Although cheaters are often guilt-free in an emotional affair because there is no sex involved, their spouses often view an emotional affair as damaging as a sexual affair.
Margie's a pro. Shut up, Jill.
Yeah, she's good.
Don't take no pointers from me. I don't want to hear no shit at the end of the day.
She's scaring me. I ain't never thought about busting no credit cards on the other thing for the other thing.
The P.O. box.
The P.O. box? What, you get a P.O. box too? That ain't man.
Where your bill's gonna go from here?
Wow. You are really you are really a GFFer.
No, not.
She's a GFFer for real.
What's that?
A GFF? You don't know what a GFFer is?
It's a guilt. Where are you getting
my uncle said, "What's a GFFer?" I've learned a lot of things. A GFFer is a what is a GFFer?
It's a guilt. GIL. Come on, just carry on.
Okay. It's a guilt.
Byron's acting all innocent. I didn't know you can get an extra credit card.
I didn't know all that. I ain't never did no shit like that. I could barely get a debit card, rather an extra credit card to do some dirty shit.
Y'all get a track phone, Nancy. That's what I tell you. Get a track phone.
Nancy, get off the line. Nancy, get off the line. Miss Ortiz, you've been fired. Okay?
But if you're the person getting betrayed at this point, especially women, we have that natural instinct. We can tell just by the way he walks his ass into the shower that he's not walking the right way. Or the way he...
How do you know that?
You can tell. A woman can tell.
Know that.
Yes, you can. And if you don't notice, you know what happens with that? You don't want to know. You want to pretend it's not happening because if you don't know, then you don't got to deal with it. But then when it all comes out, you want to play the victim. Sometimes a man will do something and it'll be a cry for help because he wants you to know that he's getting off course so you can reel him in and then he can really tell you what's going on. Sometimes it's just a cry for help that they're going off course, but they're hoping you notice because you should notice.
I read that. You're right. It does take two. It takes two. Yeah, you're right. It does take two to do that. To make the relationship work. But it
has to take two. You can't do the only thing because then at the end of the day, if like Tommy said, if one doesn't want to work at it, then the other one's working overtime, and then their wounds are going to be just as deeper when that person decides, okay, I don't want to work at it. I tried to tell you, you didn't get the hint, I'm out. And then you're like paralyzed from it. But why didn't you notice? And you should notice. You should know your partner to the point where if something's a little off, you might not know what it is, but you should notice something's off.
Much of the pain and hurt from an emotional affair is due to deception, lies, and feelings of being betrayed. What she said?
Jill said, you telling us about your P.O. box, a cry for help. I don't got a P.O. box. I am a single person. Come right to my mailbox, but I don't.
You know, I like it
You know
like
what?
that.
I read a lot. I listen to. No. I'm not talking about me. You think I'm going to tell my secrets to everybody?
Well, that was a good enough secret there.
That wasn't mine.
Oh, somebody else's secret?
I'm just the way you're reading. I read it.
Oh.
Lante.
Okay. And we'll move on. Warning signs that you may be having an emotional affair. This is for you. I'm going to give you some warning signs. If you're doing that, then you're having an emotional affair. Honesty is hard, especially if the other person is not willing to talk about it. True.
Then you know what I say? Because I don't sugarcoat shit. If you want somebody to be honest, but then when they are, you want to cry how they're hurting you, then I don't feel sorry for you. Because if you want to build a strong relationship with somebody, then have a backbone. Because if you're going to be a doormat all your life, and then when something happens that you don't like, or you pretended to be blind about it, then why are you complaining? Sometimes it's signs are right here.
If a man sees something and it's he need to address it.
You need to check your partner when you notice something's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why, you know what? Yous were two individuals who became one in that relationship. You got to protect each other from sicknesses, from emotional abuse. So if you're turning a blind eye to what's happening, and you know something's happening, and you're pretending it's not, because if you pretend it's not, then he won't leave you, then really, there's really no cause to complain, bitch, moan, and cry, especially not to me. I'm not the one with that. Because if you want honesty, then be honest with yourself first. Check yourself and know if something's wrong.
Honestly, a lot of people cannot come to terms with being by themselves. Okay, not saying in their mind that it's almost better to be by yourself than with somebody who's doing the deception and all of that. Because when you're letting all that happen to you over and over again, you're losing a piece of you all the time.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you're that person, build a tribe. If you don't have a tribe
I like that. Hit
of
that for a
support,
second. Hit that for a second.
If you don't have a tribe of support and you feel alone, or you're afraid to be alone, go out to the bookstore. Go do something that you enjoy. If you like the bookstore, go sit in a coffee shop. Go something you enjoy doing, and meet people in that same realm of likes, and build yourself a tribe, a support group that they're going to be non-judgmental. They might not agree with how you handle things, but they're going to have your back. So in your most 3 o'clock in the morning, when you're having a fit, you can call them, and you're never really alone. Because
I got to piggyback on that one, because thank you for not coughing on me. Because I don't want your cooties at all, okay? Because you got a really big problem when I coughed the other day, and you hurt my feelings, but that's okay. Now, I like this piece with the tribe, because let me tell you something. Remember this. When you are a child, you have no choice about who your family members are. When you become an adult, it's your job to be around healthy people. And the people, no matter who they are. Because remember, something like that might be so difficult to talk to family members about, because they might be so tied into the other person that they might be liking the person more than you do in the family. So they might not be the ones that you can really have that conversation with. So we're not telling you to go find somebody of the opposite sex to sit there and talk. No. I'm really telling you, you
find
really,
healthy people that what they aspire to do in the lives of the people that are inducted into their tribe is to lead them into aspiring a better life for them. Because when you share a garden with like-minded flowers, you bloom beautifully together. You're not going to bloom the same, but you will bloom in each other's company, and it's priceless at the end of the day. So that's why when I send out my Bienvenidos a Café con Sabiduría,
what the fuck? Excuse me. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
I send out once or twice a week.
What's that?
In the mornings, I send out Buenos días, mi gente, mi tribu. Bienvenidos a Café con Sabiduría, and then I write a motivational thing with a picture. I say, good morning, my people, my tribe. Welcome to Coffee with Wisdom.
Well, I never get that.
I put it on Facebook, and then I do a whole thing of what I'm grateful for, or whatever the theme is with the picture I attach. And I do that because I want my tribe to, when they open up Facebook in the morning, there's that right there. Like, today's going to be your best day, no matter what's going on.
How many tribes you got?
I have one tribe.
Oh,
and I'm always taking in. I'm always accepting new members.
It's like a gang?
No, because what it is we help each other grow. We inspire each other. We motivate each other. Okay, we are the power of pussy, mi gente. Remember that. So
I don't want to be in that gang. I'm not gonna be riding a motorbike with the power of pussy on the back of my jacket. That's
anyway,
and all pink. Hello.
So you have to do, and you can find them. You can find them, and if you can't find those people that will inspire and motivate you, you're not really putting the effort in, because we're all around. I'm always just a phone call away.
You know, I think...
Even from my sisters in Connecticut, you can call me any time of the day, and those who know me know this.
Oh, and I want to say this real quick.
No coat, Gio.
Okay, let me say this. She's been doing such good work. You all don't know about it. Like, with helping the ladies, getting, the coaching piece. I'm telling you all that it is in your best interest to make sure you get in touch with her. If you need some personal coaching, this is the woman to do that with. Because when she blows up, you ain't gonna get a spot, because her count is filling up already. Okay. Now, for me, I don't want to talk to no more people. Okay, because and I appreciate the support, but you need some personal coaching. Break some bread and make sure, because she don't want to work anyway. So break some bread and call her for some emotional coaching. Okay. Now, let me say warning signs that you may be.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it was very unexpected. Thank you.
Well, yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it. After the shit you just said a few minutes ago. Okay, well, warning signs that you may be having an emotional affair. Here are several warning signs that you may be having an emotional affair. Number 1, you are withdrawing from your spouse. Okay. Number 2, you are preoccupied and daydreaming about your friend more and more. Like smelling violet candies and shit. Oh, okay, all right, okay. You are interested in being intimate with your spouse. You're not interested in being intimate with your spouse, either emotionally or sexually.
And you can notice that, whichever the spouse is,
you can notice that.
That's the first sign.
The amount of time you and your spouse spend together is less. Okay. When confronted about the apparent emotional affair, you respond, "We're just friends." You find yourself anticipating when you can communicate or be with your friend again. Alone time together is important to you with that friend. You are sharing thoughts, feelings, and what happened?
Gio said, all bullshit aside, Margie, you are a very beautiful, uplifting, special, strong woman. Love you too. Love you, boo.
That's your brother?
No, that's Natalie's husband.
Oh,
I love you
that's
too.
so nice.
That was special.
Get off the line.
He just wants to be the only alpha.
Get off the line.
Thank you. That
I'm gonna delete. Good shot, man. Good shot. You are sharing your thoughts. Okay. You find reasons to give your friend personal gifts. And then your friend seems to understand you better than your spouse does. Now be careful of that. I'm telling you guys, when you say, well, man, my friend understands me better than my spouse does, you know that's a trick, y'all, right? She really don't understand it. She just shaking her head going, yeah. Just so you can go ahead and do what she wants you to do. That's a trick. It's a trap. It's a spider to the web, okay? Do not listen to that. Turn away from the light, y'all, okay? That's not true. You ever see, what's that, the Holmes night? When a dude picked up the phone, he called his wife, said, I ain't coming home. Okay? That's what they want. They're just trying to draw you, okay? I'm only speaking for men to women's advice, okay? Do not listen to that. So when a woman's just trying to be really listening to you a whole lot, that's because the relationship's new and she's doing something she got no business doing. Because when a woman really got a relationship with you, she ain't really trying to hear what you got to say anyway. So, you know that's a trap, okay?
My cousin D-Bone said, bendición, Mr. Also known as, what up, dude?
Oh!
Darius.
Oh, hello, Darius.
Everybody knows you as Mr. Also known as...
I'm Mr. AKA. You know what I'm saying? I never knew I had people's name. You know, up north, you don't know nobody's name. You know, like the dude today, I told him, he was by my crib. I said, who are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for Mo. I said, Mo? Who's Mo? You know that. You said, you know that Negro Mo. I was like, no, I don't know that Negro Mo. You around my house. I don't know a Negro named Mo. Move. I know he was
Oh, bendición. Dios te bendiga. It's puto. It's my son.
Over. What's up, son? Does he owe me $20?
My puto.
Okay. You are keeping your friendship a secret from your spouse. Then I guess that's the key right there. If you find yourself always hiding, keeping your information from your spouse, then you already know that you out of pocket.
That's what I said in the beginning.
Out of pocket.
If you gotta hide it, then you shouldn't be doing it.
It ain't right. It ain't right.
Deleting messages or putting a lock on your phone or creating that little calculator app where you hiding all your pictures.
What the fuck is that? Excuse me.
It's an app.
It's an app you can hide your pictures on it?
It's a fake app of something.
Andrea, what's that all about? I don't know. Tell me.
And thank you.
Andrea knows. Andrea, get on it right now. Tell me what this is about. I don't know what's going on here. It's an app that you can do what?
And you can hide like pictures.
Why do you know so much sneaky stuff? That's what we should talk about. The next segment will be why does the Margarita know so much sneaky shit?
Because I talk to people. That's my job, to hear people talk.
What she said? Andrea said no idea. Thanks, Andrea. Here you go again. Every time I stick, come on, girl. You gotta know something. Okay, come on. So, okay. Read this to me one time before we go.
This?
Yeah, that part.
When love dies.
Right. Listen,
you're
y'all.
Quick to blame time, distance, and circumstances.
Okay, let me say this real quick. Time, distance, and circumstances. The first thing when you having beef or you having problems at home, you always say, "I don't have enough time to work on this. I can't do this because I don't have enough time." And what she said?
Jill said that I teach classes
on how to cheat. Yeah, that's what she doing. I ain't never heard no shit like this. She's talking about, let's do this on emotional affairs. You know too much.
No.
You got too much knowledge.
What I do is I learn
You got too much knowledge.
Because
It's 9 o'clock.
I guide women. I do workshops for women. And when I talk to women and they don't know what's going on, read the signs. We are so intuitive. That's what the whole power of pussy is not... The whole power of pussy is to remind the woman of how powerful they are. How beautiful they are. Wait a minute.
Excuse me,
To
teacher.
remind them that they don't need a man to tell them they're beautiful. They don't need a boss to tell them they're doing a good job. Shit, we don't even need our kids to validate us as a human. We own that shit. We have 6 senses. Use them. Use them to protect yourself and to fight for what's yours.
Okay.
Show him what?
Show him. Who's Hernandez Jr.? That's your people?
So
He said, show him.
That's what it's about. You own that. So you take care of yours. We run the house anyway. Sometimes men are like our
Like on what?
like our other children.
Oh, you done lost your damn mind.
They are.
Okay. And we're almost up to time now.
Because
No, we'll finish this
what?
tomorrow.
Sometimes we can have the best partners in life, and it's within us. You know what I can say honestly?
What?
It's sometimes it's not about your partner or why you cheat. It's the way you're made.
Say it.
It's something that you're missing that no one can fulfill unless you love yourself, unless you respect yourself, unless you build that confidence and that courage within you. Nobody can fill that for you. God. But you gotta pray. So what's easy? Easy is to go out there and try and build it, and then not realizing that every time you go out there and you stray away from the person who loves you and you mix with somebody, you have sex with somebody, you're giving a piece of your soul away every single time. So when you come back home, you come back a bit emptier.
Hey, no, you don't come back emptier.
You come emptier because you're giving the part of yourself away.
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
You don't have to agree, but I'm going to say this. You don't come back emptier, because me and you talked about that. You come back with every spirit that you got on that person. Okay?
Yes, but what I'm saying is whatever led you to go, you're trying to fill
that
something.
void is empty.
Yeah, So then you're coming back a bit emptier from the void just
You're
grows.
coming back empty with your
own.
Right. But when you
But
come
you're
in,
bringing all those
you bringing some demons with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We need to get that out there. Okay, yeah, you bringing some hot sauce and some yeah. Well, that was good. We did an hour kind of fast. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be back. I'll have my coffee. She'll have her coffee. La Margarita. She'll have a violet candy.
Yes.
A fabuloso candy.
And we will have our opinions because remember, they're what we've studied. Some of us have gone through it. I told you how I went through it. The person I was with, I don't care, he was a narcissist. So there was absolutely nothing that my essence could have done to feel that ugliness and emptiness he had within him because he was just a self-centered, egotistical, narcissistic son of a bitch.
Wow.
So
tell us how you really feel about
same
it.
topic tomorrow, yes, and we're going to talk more about the infidelities and the pros and cons of infidelities.
Pros and cons of it.
Yes, because there's always a balance to it.
We're going to do a quiz. So get your paper. Are you having an emotional affair? We're going to do a quiz, so get your paper. So
we got to do the prayer. So
the prayer. Thank you. Who are we praying for?
We're praying for just family, for blessings, for healing.
Well, then do the prayer then.
Tom, you going to do the prayer? No?
Go do the prayer.
I don't do prayers.
You don't do the prayers?
You got it.
All right. Now you're telling me I'm a Baptist preacher, but everybody bow your head. I'm going to say, Lord, thank you for letting us take the time to share this company, to be out here and be sharing the airwaves and moving our spirits back and forth. And with positive information, even though it's raunchy, but it's positive and it's in your name. Please, whoever's out there hurting, family members who need that guidance or family members who need that support, please let us be there for them. Let them feel our support. Let them feel our hands on them. Let them feel our push to make them better and to be there for them.
And fill them with laughter. And Father God, you know those that are hurting. Put your hands over those. And give them love and give them light and give them healing. For me included. So, Bernice, I wish you could have said the prayer. So, mi gente, we ask that you, for those who didn't comment, hit like and share. Share us. Let everyone meet Mr. AKA over here.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I also wanted to add that today was one of the days where I really needed a hug. So, sé el adulto que necesitabas cuando eras niño. So on that note, be the adult today that you needed when you were a child. And spread that love, spread that warmth, and spread that knowledge. And remember, love yourself, respect yourself, believe in yourself. I am La Margarita. Good night. WATERMARK podcast. Closing out with...
AKA your brother, your cousin, your uncle, and your best friend. We love y'all.
We love you and thank you for entertaining us. We will see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
The latest.
Bring some friends.
Yeah.
Good night.
Love y'all. We out. Thanks, Philly, for coming. Uncle Kane.